Hi everyone, it's Annie again. I am here back to bring you another quick share about these little tags that I made. I've made these before and kind of forgot about them. They're additions to this big tag that I made and shared yesterday. And I really like the little tag here with a word of hope or encouragement. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the word part on it. The the small tag itself is just a piece of cardstock cut to whatever size this is, and I didn't measure. I just cut it to what I thought looked good, and I did put I wouldn't say a grommet, but an eyelet in it so that it would, be more substantial. And then it just hangs on the big tag with the other little embellishments like that. So really quickly, here's what I did to get those words. I just decided on 5 words, I think. There's only 3 there. I mean, there's only 4 there, but 5 words, and I actually have a whole bucket full of them right now. Because this is what I did yesterday. I just went through and hope that's the one that's missing. I put them in a table on my Word document, and I don't even have, I have a Chromebook. So there's no storage in the Chromebook. I use Google Files for everything. So you can do this with any kind of you could even do it on your phone, I'm sure, using Google Docs. So here's what I did. I used, and I have other pages here to show you as well, different words. But I used this buff cardstock. They're on white, I'm sorry, not cardstock. They're on a white paper right now. Buff piece of paper, just whatever it is, 60 pound or whatever. And I also used a craft paper. This is paper. It's thicker than the 60 pound, but it's not a cardstock. So it's still pretty flexible, and the reason I like it being flexible is because I tear the words with my ruler. So I'm just going to move my computer for a second, put those words back in there, and I'll show you quickly how I do this. So I printed in 5 columns. Do I have to zoom you out a little bit? I printed 5 columns, 5 different words, and all I did was I figured out some words that I wanted to use, and I typed in the first word 4 times, all caps with spaces, all caps larger. I think this is 11 and this is 13 or 14 point, and then this is the same size with spaces in between. I do have some other, and this is even bigger. So this is probably 13 and this is 15. I'm not sure. And I do, so that's what I did. And after I typed those in, I just copied it and pasted down, and copied and pasted the next word. Same formatting across each word. And the doc that I did yesterday, or the words that I did yesterday, all fit on a portrait across my page like this. These words are longer, like integrity, patience. They're longer than the words that I used yesterday. Peace, joy, love, those are pretty short words. So I did alter this today to be landscape instead of portrait. So just very quickly, let me find my ruler. I discovered that I like to have a margin up here bigger than, well, it doesn't matter if it's at the top or at the bottom, and I'll show you why. And I'm just eyeballing this, like, so that there's enough the same distance between these two E's and the ruler. And it's approximately somewhere in between the next letter. So we'll just work with that column. And I want this side to be about the same width on the other side of the letters. Sometimes I did tear them down again when I thought that they were too there was too much space on either side or both sides. You can see my fingers are really inky from yesterday's work. And this is how I decided to do it. I turned my ruler over because there is a gap between this rubber, or cork I guess it is, and the metal on the ruler. And so if your paper is touching the cork but not under it, it'll slip. So I found that putting the ruler directly on, because this is completely flat, that gives me a better chance at tearing it well. And I just tear it like that. This will be stamped with something else, so it goes, over there on my desk to be found later. And that's what I did. I just went up this whole column here and tore the words off. Then, okay, so I'm not going to do that whole thing. Once I had that done, I used my Vintage Photo Distress ink, and this is why my fingers are so inky. I inked all around the edges, which I know you know how to do, so I'm not really showing you that. But I kind of discovered that if I crease it somewhere and then ink the crease, it gives it a nice weathered vintage look. Often I creased the corners. I tried, see, doesn't that look lovely? I tried kind of crumpling it up and then inking, and I wasn't really as, maybe I'm not crumpling it right, but I wasn't as impressed with that. And then I love the weathered vintage look that it gives that. So I will tell you that the craft cardstock is quite a bit, it's a little bit more difficult to tear. You have to really hold the ruler firmly. So just to kind of go through that really quickly. It's not the bigger pieces that are hard to tear, but the smaller pieces, because it's tough and they want to slip out. So, but you can see that it is possible, and just have to hold on tight, be careful. Sorry about the noise. Be careful, and then just I hope I was in frame for that. I don't even know. Just hold on to it and press down. Last night I was doing it at a different table, and I found that if I put it right on the edge of the table, let's see if I can scoot you over here. If I put it at the edge of the table and held it down with either of my fingers, it was a better grip for me than, because I could put a thumb under the table and kind of, clamp it to the table, as opposed to just pushing down with one hand. So anyway, I hope you like this, and I hope you give it a try. You get to choose any words you want. Some of the words I chose were beauty, inspire, integrity, patience, courage, kindness, peace, love, hope, joy. And did I already say courage? Anyway, so I hope you give it a try. It's very easy to do, and look at all the fun things that you will have in just a few hours. And it's easy to do while you're watching TV. It just adds a little bit of, vintagey fun. So thanks for joining me. See you soon. Bye.